Well, I've gotten myself into a mess today. Big Bertha, my 930 case, if you can see it there in the sunlight, developed a problem with the starter. Went to start it, and it was a no-go, so I put a set of jumper cables on it. Still no-go. So I took the starter off. That led me to this. One problem, you can see the starter solenoid was broke. No problem. Go get a new one. It's the same one that's used by Oliver. Lots of people used them. So I was able to get one from McHenry's just down the road, which is nice. Not have to go to Case. But this is where things got fun. I took the starter off, and it was just plumb full of crud. All the brush arms, these were all stuck, and they were dirty as can be. The end of the armature here was corroded green. The armature here was cruddy. The inside of the case was cruddy, so I cleaned it all out. It probably had every bit of a pint of water in it. Because this starter, when it's on the tractor, is upside down basically. And there is a notch cut right there for the weep hole. Okay, so the problem is with it upside down, it filled up full of water, and there's no place for it to go. Now the great thing about this starter is this nose can be turned. I had turned it actually. So now I get to put it back together. There's a series of holes, whoops, here for this. So it's going to have to be put back upside down, because with the solenoid here on the starter, it you'll love this, hits this fuel filter. So normally that starter solenoid is here, but it can't fit because they don't make that solenoid anymore, the small one. They went to the big ones, like these. So I got no choice but to turn this thing back down and put it back together. It's always got to be something. I'm going to try to see if I can get it in another set of these holes, because it's drilled tapped to where that could be turned. And maybe I can keep it, you know, get it off one notch and get it to another to where it'll fit again, and get it all put back together and get it put on. So that's the wonderful thing about this starter. It's made to fit multiple applications just by loosening these 4 bolts and turning this end shaft, and it fits something else. You make one starter and it might fit 10 different applications using the same starter just by turning that nose cone. I did find out this is a wet clutch, so it is nasty to deal with. So at any rate, when I get her put back together, I'll take another video, because I've got the ends there, solenoid there, screws, the gasket, the bus bar and the screws for the to bolt it on, the case, and the solenoid, and the little solenoid screws that like to go flying. So once I get her put back together, I'll post a video and pray that it works. So, if you like, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm starting to get kind of like one lonely farmer, I think, where I'm constantly working on stuff. Well, we'll see you next time.